So, what's the one skill that can totally change your career, your relationships, and even your personal life? It's probably not what you're thinking. Today, we're going to bust some myths about leadership and show you why it's a powerful tool for everyone, not just for CEOs. Let's get into it.
First things first, here's a question for you. I bet we've all been in this situation where you work with someone who's the boss in name only, while everyone actually follows a completely different person. It's a classic dynamic. And understanding that difference is the very first step to becoming a real leader yourself.
This slide pretty much tells a tale of two worlds. On one side, you have the manager on paper, who often dodges real responsibility. And on the other, you have the true leader, the one who steps up, gets things organized, and inspires the team. They're the engine of the group. When the formal manager leaves, not much really changes. But when the leader leaves, the whole machine can grind to a halt. And that brings us right to our first key idea. Real leadership isn't defined by your spot on the org chart. It's defined by what you do. It's all about your actions. So what's the secret ingredient to leadership? Well, it's the ability to influence and inspire others toward a common goal. It's the art of turning a group of individuals into a cohesive, motivated team. And notice what's missing from this definition: a job title. Anyone can be a leader by taking initiative, finding solutions, and bringing people together, even without any formal authority. At the heart of any effective leadership is this powerful truth. Respect isn't a bonus, it's the price of admission. Why? Because you can't build trust without a culture of mutual respect. And if you don't have trust, you can't really lead people anywhere. Okay, so we've got the concept down, but why does this matter for you, especially if you're not trying to climb the corporate ladder? Because these skills are your personal superpower, a toolkit that can unlock success in every single area of your life. Just think about these skills for a second. Taking ownership of your life, communicating clearly, making sound decisions, managing your time, understanding emotions. This isn't just for managers. These are the fundamental building blocks for anyone's success. They empower you to take the wheel and chart your own course, no matter where you're headed. And leadership isn't confined to the workplace. It shows up everywhere. When you guide your kids, you're a leader. When you organize a trip with friends or rally your community for a cause, you're a leader. It's about taking positive action and inspiring others in any context. And here's why leadership is more important today than ever. In our fast-paced, constantly changing world, people with these skills don't just survive, they thrive. They adapt, they innovate, and they guide others through uncertainty. They don't just react to the future, they're actively creating it. All right, so we know why leadership is key, but what does a leader actually look like? Let's dissect the anatomy of a true leader and turn this abstract idea into a set of concrete qualities. It all starts right here: confidence. And we're not talking about arrogance. This is about a solid belief in your own ability to succeed. It's the foundation that allows a leader to make tough calls, stay calm under pressure, and inspire belief in others. Next up is empathy, the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. For a leader, this is a genuine superpower. It's what allows you to say, "I see you're struggling with this project. How can I help?" instead of just demanding results. It's the key to building strong, cohesive teams. And finally, responsibility, the very foundation of trust. A true leader takes ownership of everything, the wins and the losses. They don't point fingers, they raise their hand and say, "That was my mistake. Here's what I learned, and here's how we'll do better next time." This slide gives us a roadmap for our own developments. We can see a leader's key competencies fall into 3 areas: personal traits like decisiveness and integrity, professional skills like strategic thinking, and people skills like communication and inspiration. A great leader isn't born with all of this. They develop these qualities across all 3 areas. This all sounds great, but how do you actually develop these qualities? Let's switch from theory to practice. This next section is your action plan, a toolkit you can start using today. Building confidence doesn't have to be some monumental task. Start with these 3 simple steps. First, keep a log of your wins, big and small. This trains your brain to focus on your strengths. Second, analyze your past successes and figure out why you succeeded. And third, identify 1 or 2 areas for improvement and make a clear, actionable plan. One of the most powerful leadership skills is active listening, and you can practice it in your very next conversation with this 4-step technique. 1, give the person your full attention. 2, show you're listening with small gestures. 3, ask questions to dig deeper. And 4, try to feel the emotion behind the words. It's an absolute game changer for communication. Remember, you're communicating long before you say your first word.
Your body language is a billboard broadcasting your confidence or lack thereof. A straight back, squared shoulders, and an open posture signal that you're in control. On the flip side, crossed arms can create a barrier, showing that you're closed off or defensive.
Here are a few concrete exercises you can do to build your leadership presence. Practice confident body language in front of a mirror. Try power poses before stressful events. Work on speaking from your diaphragm for a stronger voice. Seek out opportunities to speak in front of others. And most importantly, make a habit of stepping outside your comfort zone. Okay, now that you have the tools to develop your own leadership skills, let's look at this from the other side. How do you spot real leadership in others, say in a crucial job interview, and how do you effectively demonstrate it yourself? If you're hiring, you've got to look past the polished answers. Ask about times they took ownership. Give them an ambiguous problem and see how they structure their thinking. Do they listen as much as they talk? Can they provide real stories of their actions? And watch their body language. True leaders project a calm, steady confidence. At the end of the day, when you're looking for a leader, remember this: prioritize substance over style. The most impressive candidate isn't always the one with the slickest presentation. It's the person who can show a proven track record of taking responsibility and, most importantly, taking decisive action. And that brings us to the end of our breakdown. We've explored what leadership is, why it matters, and how to develop it. Now the spotlight is on you. With everything we've talked about, what is the one small, concrete action you will take today to start writing your own leadership story? Because leadership isn't a destination, it's a daily practice. Start yours now.